So the working title for this song was actually Song of Anxiety. And of course I knew I was going to have to change that because after all, we all get to experience our fair share of anxiety in daily life. So who would actually want to hear somebody sing about anxiety? But the way this song got its title was I'd actually had a couple of years that were really tough in my life. And during that time I had the awesome privilege of working with a therapist by the name of Dr. Suzanne Merlis. And I would probably still be working with her actually if she had not left for the West Coast. But anyway, during that time, she had taught me that anytime you are experiencing anxiety, it's really fear. And if you can figure out what you're afraid of, then usually you can disable the anxiety in the process. And so I am actually at a much better place in my life, but I found myself last spring in the midst of a remodeling job, and for those of you who have been through that, you know exactly how maddening that process can be. So I came home from work one day, and I was just in a complete state of panic and overwhelm, and because that technique had been so ingrained in me, the first thing I did was I grabbed a pad and I grabbed a pencil, and I started just trying to write, what am I afraid of, what am I afraid of, and the words just began to roll out of me, and the verses of this song were born. Well, another recurring theme in my journey has been getting back what I've lost and getting back to who I really am. Because again, those of you who have experienced acute anxiety and depression, you know how much it can rob you of everything from your creativity to even feeling like yourself. And so that's how the song got its original title, but really I see it as anything but a song of anxiety. Now I see it as a song of freedom and hope, and it's a song about living a more intentional life. Now this is a very rough mix. I actually just got this last night. It's not been mastered and I've not really practiced with it, but I was just anxious to see how it sounds. The wonderful music in the background, it was produced by Chad Watkins of Doc Records. So here we go. I'm afraid that I won't like it. I'm afraid that I'll find out it really was all for nothing. I'm afraid of being trapped. I'm afraid I won't snap out of it. I'm afraid it won't be worth it in the end. I'm afraid of the sky. I'm afraid of the sea. I'm afraid of the image staring back at me. Gotta turn back the hands of time and get back what I lost. All I want is everything I've lost. I'm afraid of remembering, afraid that I'll forget, afraid that I'm just living a lifetime of regret. I'm afraid of the lines around my eyes, afraid of how time keeps on flying, afraid of one day saying, what the hell was I thinking? 'Cause I'm afraid of the sky, I'm afraid of the sea, I'm afraid of the image staring back at me. Gotta turn back the hands of time and get back what I lost. All I want is everything I've lost. Some was freely given, some was taken away, but I want everything I've lost. Time is not a luxury that's afforded me. I don't want to be afraid anymore, and raise my hands to the sky. I want to dance in the sea. It's my staring back at me and be back to who I am. Everything I've lost, yeah, to find me, and everything I've lost, yeah, to find me, and everything I've lost. Everything I've lost. And that guest appearance was brought to you by Little Ann, the redbone coonhound. Would you like to get in the camera again? Okay, guess not. Thank you.